Okay, so if you've watched any of my brake videos, you've heard me say how I don't like ceramic pads, and that whenever I can and I can get my hands on them, I try to use semi-metallic brake pads on all my vehicles, and here's why. So I have a brake pulsation coming from the brakes. I have gone through and I've measured all my runout on these rotors. I've got them within Honda spec, which is 0.04 millimeters, and that's measuring with a runout gauge against the face of the rotor. So we're good there, but the problem still persists. Well, the way ceramic pads work is this pad material wears, it places the pad material on the rotor. So you can see our pad material here. You can see the pad material embedded in the rotor surface. That's why people love ceramic pads, because A, they don't dust. B, your rotor lasts a very long time, because basically you're transferring this material to here and building it up on the rotor, and it causes the rotor to last. With a semi-metallic, you have a semi-metallic brake pad. It doesn't transfer any material to the rotor, and it eats away at the rotor as you brake. And if you see a car with semi-metallic pads at about 60,000 miles, you can see some pretty significant wear on the rotors, way more than what you're seeing here, where the rotor has worn away. And then usually you have to change both the rotor and the brake pad with semi-metallics, where, you know, with this, just going by thickness, you can probably just get away with a ceramic pad brake slap and on your way. The problem is, in the Northeast, we have rust, and the rust goes after the salt and corrosion goes after these rotors. And what we get here is what I call rust creep. So the pad does not contact this surface. The pad starts contacting this surface here. But as you can see, the ceramic pad is not aggressive enough to wear this rust away over time. And the rust starts creeping out into the rotor surface, the friction surface, and then it creates this uneven, bumpy surface all the way around the rotor. It's pitted right here. You can see it. So I can get this in the true, but I can't get that in the true unless I machine these rotors. And we know today rotors are cheap, especially if you're buying them online at Rock Auto. You know, you can get a set of rotors probably for less than what I could take these to a shop and get them resurfaced with. And then I'm still changing my pads anyway. I'm making the rotor thin, decreasing its service life. So 60,000 miles, we'll just go ahead and replace the rotor, and I'm going to put some new pads on that I'll go over later in this video. So, brief explanation why I don't like ceramic pads. Now, here's the second thing I want to show you. As I flip these pads over and keep them against each other, right here you can see a void. And that void can be seen here on the pad. What this is that rust creep I was telling you about earlier. That rust starts coming out from the rotor hat. It chews up your pads. Your pad doesn't machine that rust down because the rust is more aggressive than the pad material, and it starts eating away at your pads. But what that also means is your pad's not machining a nice fresh surface on the rotor, and this can be a source of your pulsation when you're pressing on your brakes, because that rust is uneven and it's grabbing. So just wanted to show you that, and you can put that in the file of why Big J does not like ceramic pads anymore. If you've been watching my channel for the last year and a half, you know that I'm a big fan of these NRS galvanized brake pads. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I just like to share a good product when I find it, and I like these for a couple reasons. First of all, they're galvanized, so they stand up to the corrosion here in the Northeast much better than a painted brake pad does. So they galvanize the back plates. They give you a stainless steel shim, and then usually the friction material is semi-metallic. I will say I've noticed on their site that when they list the material for this pad, they have it as ceramic. I don't know if that was an oversight or what. Sometimes brake pad sites will tell you what the OE friction material was. I bought them anyway. Even if they're ceramic, it is what it is, because I couldn't find semi-metallic pads anywhere else on the internet for this application. I'm just hoping upon hope that these are actually semi-metallic. And I'm going to be honest, these don't look like ceramic friction material to me, because usually ceramic has those like copper chunks in them. Which is probably the ceramic. I don't see that here. I see a lot of what looks like metallic in it, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Usually you'll also get these anti-squeal silencers. They actually go here on the piston, and we'll put those on when we go to put in the caliper. But really like these and wanted to share it with you. Okay. That completes our brake job for today. I hope you enjoyed everything you saw. If you got any tips or comments from how you've done it, please leave them below in the comments section. If you have any questions, please leave that as well. I'll leave links to any kind of tools that I use if you want to give this a shot for yourself. And as always, click like and subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of new videos. See you again soon. Bye-bye.